Yes, villagers. Today we're going to be talking about 4 ways to speak positivity in your life in a way that you'll believe it. If you want to find out if yours is on that list, you are in the right place. If you're new to this channel, welcome to our village. If you're a returning villager, welcome as well. So, let's get into it. Welcome to Garden of the Mind, where we reduce stress, improve our health and fitness, and improve our financial IQ every episode. We must believe more than we see. People can tell you things over and over again, but if you don't believe it, then they're not true. So you have people who are beautiful, but don't believe they're beautiful and therefore don't act beautiful. You have people who are smart, who don't believe they're smart and then don't act smart. So we're going to be reviewing ways to help you believe the positivity that you're speaking into your own life. Tip number 1, affirmations. If you hear something over and over again, your brain starts to believe it, whether it's true or not. Affirmations are a great way to inject those bits of positivity into your brain in a way for you to believe them. Whatever it is that you tell yourself is true. If you tell yourself that you're worthy, then you're right. If you tell yourself that you're not worthy, then you're right as well. Henry Ford says, whether you think you can or can't, you are right. So whatever it is that you think about yourself is true. So put some positivity into your mind and get those things to be the things that you think about most and believe about yourself. We all remember the story of that little train who thought he could. That, I believe, was one of the first lessons in affirmations that we have. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and you will. Tip number 2, tap into your spirituality. I know the Bible has some wonderful things to say about us, but we have to know who we are. We have to know that we are children of the King. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are more than conquerors. There is no good thing that God will withhold from us. If we start to really read those and believe them, then we'll start to move a little bit different. If I told you that you were from royalty, would you speak differently than you speak now? If I told you that you were from wealth, would you speak differently or would you think differently about who you are? Most of us would. Why not have those positive associations about ourselves so it can change our actions and getting us to believe the things that we really are? Tip number 3, surround yourself with positive people. There are sometimes people have more faith in us than we have in ourselves. During those times, we can kind of borrow some of the faith that they have or some of the confidence, some of the energy, some of the strength that they have during times where we most need them. There's a saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, or birds of a feather flock together. If we are looking to change our lives or change what we think about ourselves, we should go around people who think highly of themselves, people who are getting the job done, people who are exactly where we would like to be. Those are the people who are going to bring us up and make us think a lot more about ourselves than we currently think. Tip number 4, find out whose voice we are hearing initially. Most of the times your primary beliefs come from your formative years, meaning someone said something to you or told you something about any given subject and you believed it because that individual was a trusted individual, it was a family member, it was a relative, whoever it was, you trusted them so you believed exactly what it is that they said, whether those things were hurtful things or not hurtful things. But during the time of hurtful things, figure out where that voice came from. Let's find whose voice that belongs to and not use it any longer because it's not serving our purpose and not helping us feel good about ourselves. It's very important for us to understand that we are communal creatures and the context in which we exist in has to be one of positivity. If we are in an atmosphere of positivity, it's a lot easier for us to adopt that type of stance. If we are in an atmosphere of negativity, then we adopt that stance. So we have the ability to change our environment and go to the environments that are most conducive to our goals or most conducive to how we want to see ourselves. And if we want to see ourselves as positive, we have to go to the place where the positive people are and stay there. So whatever it is that you take in through either your eye gate or your ear gate ends up coming through your mouth. Be very careful of what you expose yourself to. Sometimes the voice in our head is not our voice. We have to go in and find what our voice is. And if our voice is not saying the positive things that we want it to say, then we have the option of changing it. If the voice in our head is not saying what it is that we want it to say, then we need to get in the environment where we're seeing positivity, hearing positivity, and experiencing positivity. Once we do that, those things will inevitably come out of our mouths. And then we'll notice that the voice in our head will reflect our voice and what it is that we want it to say. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. And if you want to know when I post, which is Wednesday, I apologize for the last two, click on that notification bell. You get that ding on your phone. You know a new video is waiting for you. And remember, thoughts are actions, words have power, and actions have consequences. I'll see you next Wednesday. I'll see you then.